Coco Gauff's journey at the US Open has come to a bittersweet end, exactly as she had cautioned might happen. On a challenging day marked by persistent struggles with her forehand, the very first stroke every tennis player learns and one of the sport's two most crucial shots, Gauff was defeated decisively by Naomi Osaka, who won 6-3, 6-2. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite both being multiple Grand Slam champions and former US Open winners, their much-anticipated showdown lacked the spark many hoped for, revealing just how differently their careers are unfolding as each battles fundamental flaws holding them back from reaching their full potential. Osaka, for the first time since returning to the court after childbirth last year, seems to be on the rise again. Her absence due to mental health breaks and injuries kept her away from the sport for much of the past few years, especially from mid-2021 to early 2024. Meanwhile, the women's tennis landscape evolved rapidly, with stars like Gauff and Iga Swiatek raising the bar. Back when Osaka reigned supreme, dominating from the baseline and controlling play at the court's center was a winning formula. Now, sheer power isn't enough. Fast court coverage, agility like a grasshopper, and the ability to change direction instantly are essential. Enter Osaka's most significant upgrade, mastering an open stance backhand that transforms her from defense to offense in a blink. This transformation has brought remarkable progress. Hiring Tomasz Wiktorowski, the same coach who guided Swiatek to 4 Grand Slam titles, injected new energy and tactical finesse into Osaka's game. It's like when a soccer club hires a new coach, and suddenly results improve immediately. Throughout the summer, her footwork, especially quick moves out of tight corners, improved visibly, and her renowned mental toughness, which once allowed her to crush balls fearlessly during critical moments, has begun to shine through again. After enduring a series of grueling 3-set losses for more than a year, Osaka saved 2 match points in a tense early round game against Lyudmila Samsonova in Montreal just last month. She came agonizingly close to winning that Canadian Open, which fueled her belief that no goal is out of reach. Now, reaching the quarterfinals at a Grand Slam for the first time since Australia in 2021, where she has a perfect record of winning the title in 4 previous appearances, Osaka looks ready to reclaim her spot at the top. On the other side, Gauff is painfully aware that she has much to fix before she can consistently reach the heights she dreams of. She made a bold decision mere days before what was arguably her most important tournament of the season, her home Grand Slam, to tackle one of her biggest issues head-on, her serve. This summer she was double faulting around 20 times a match, a statistic that makes winning at any high-level tournament near impossible. Seeing an opportunity, she quickly brought in Gavin McMillan, a biomechanics expert renowned for revolutionizing Aryna Sabalenka's serve and forehand. Helping Sabalenka rise to the sport's elite, Gauff had long admired McMillan's approach, which isn't based on vague advice but grounded in precise scientific analysis of how the body's joints should align to maximize power from a stable foundation. "When I trust the coach and believe in the plan, that's when my tennis really clicks," she explained. The results have been encouraging. At the US Open, her double faults dropped significantly, 5 against Osaka compared to around 20 in earlier tournaments. And her first serve speed surged to an average of 104 miles per hour by Monday, nearly 10% faster than her opening match. While not perfect, this marked a definite improvement. After that match, she expressed mixed emotions, initial disappointment giving way to cautious optimism after discussing her performance with her team. She admitted she almost fell apart emotionally, but recognized that the progress made from Cincinnati to New York was a step forward. "If I hadn't improved, I likely would have been out in the first round." But here's the rub. While her serving, a mostly closed skill where the player controls most variables, has seen solid gains, her forehand remains her Achilles heel. This stroke, the other critical shot in tennis, is far more complex. Unlike serves, forehands happen in an open environment with countless unpredictable factors. The opponent's spins, court positioning, varying ball speeds, and player movement all affect execution. Gauff's forehand errors, 24 in this match alone, accounted for over 40% of the points Osaka won. Although many remarked unforced, Osaka's carefully crafted strategy exploited this inconsistency perfectly. Macmillan views the serve as a forehand played on a different plane, implying that fixing serve mechanics can positively influence the forehand, but improvements in the two won't always develop simultaneously. This was true for Sabalenka, and now for Gauff, who showed strides in serving during her 4 matches, but struggled to replicate that success with her forehand at this US Open. What does this mean moving forward? Gauff will need to rebuild her forehand from the ground up, not only in training but under the varying pressures of actual matches where she must hit forehands while standing still or sprinting, cross-court or down the line, close to the net or clearing far over it, and dealing with balls that might spin wildly or slide unexpectedly. The challenge is huge, yet she has time. She won't compete again until the China Open in late September in Beijing, allowing for a block of focused, uninterrupted training. However, some might question why she has faced the same struggles repeatedly. After all, she made similar adjustments last year, transitioning from Brad Gilbert to Matt Daly, who specializes in grip modifications, to fix her serve and forehand. Initial success followed, especially on slower courts, like those in Asia, and at the WTA Finals in Riyadh, where she won titles. But when outdoor tennis resumed, those improvements largely faded, except for her French Open win on slow clay in tough conditions that gave her extra time to execute her shots. This time, Gauff seems committed to playing the long game. She acknowledges the pressure she places on herself at just 21 years old, and watches how players in their mid-20s are hitting their stride and achieving great success. If I can make the same kind of leap in my game, there's so much to look forward to, she said. So what's next for these two champions facing crossroads? Osaka appears reborn, blending newfound techniques with her trademark mental steel, while Gauff is bravely confronting her flaws with a scientific approach and a patient mindset. But will Gauff's complex forehand retooling pay off, or will we see history repeat? And what about Osaka? Can she maintain this momentum and reclaim her throne in a rapidly evolving sport? Both women illustrate the relentless demands of elite tennis, where technical mastery, mental resilience, and adaptability are constantly tested. What do you think?